Hi everyone, you are watching Path of Ash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's video is just going to be a big update on how I've been heat training my hair and what it's been looking like for me, because I know I haven't really done any kind of hair content in a full video in a while to kind of keep y'all updated on the heat training journey. So here we go. So I have my iPad here with me so I can stay track of everything I'm gonna say to y'all, because I want to give y'all the whole rundown. So I gave like a little what I thought would be kind of like a FAQ, just if you're interested in doing the same thing. So I've been heat training consistently for about 3 months now, and I say consistently because I've tried heat training before in the past, but I'll only use heat here and there and not really back to back to see some kind of results. So I've been doing it for 3 months, maybe going on 4 right now. So what I use is I use a blow dryer on wash days. I only use heat on wash days. So I wash my hair approximately every 2 weeks or a week and a half, and I will use either a blow dryer or a blow dryer and a hot comb, or use my overhead dryer to kind of quicken the process and to give my hair a stretched out look. So my hair now, for example, is stretched out. My wash day is actually this Friday, but it's probably not gonna be this Friday because I got plans this Friday, so we're gonna have to probably push that to Saturday or Sunday, most likely Sunday, but that's a different story. My hair is stretched out. This is not like how my hair would look if I did a wash and go or anything like that. I kind of just blow dried it on wash day. I use my TYMO straightening ring, that's kind of like a straightening comb, and I went through, kind of pressed my roots and got everything just a little straight. Now I don't try to achieve bone straightness. That's not what I do because I'm not wearing my hair straight. I'm just trying to, press that out so it can be as stretched out as possible. Now when I say that, I don't have any problem against shrinkage at all. I love shrinkage. I love my fro, but just for the sake of the detangling process and the maintenance, stretched out hair has been a lot better for me to work with, a lot better for me to detangle. It has shortened my wash days a lot using heat, and I haven't noticed any kind of damaging in my natural curl pattern yet. Now I do know there's a lot of risk. The more I use heat, I will eventually see that, but I don't do it so often as a normal heat trained person would that achieves, straight styles every time. So I don't want to like confuse anybody about overly rambling about that, because we're going to get to more stuff later as the video go on, but that's kind of what I do. I still do my curly hairstyles. I still use like perm rods and flexi rods when my hair is in a stretched out state, so I can have some kind of curls, some kind of volume, but this is not like what my natural curl pattern looks like. So I know that was a lot, so we're gonna just continue on down the list. Now when we talk about products, any traditional heat trained person, they will tell you, they had to swap out their products, no more using curling creams or butter, because they're not, doing anything to want curls. They want straight hair, so they have to revamp their whole products and everything like that. In my case, I don't. I still use the same thing that I used before I started heat training, back when I was doing my twist outs and braid outs and air drying and things like that. I still use those same curling creams. I still use those same mousses, oils, all of that. So I didn't really kind of revamp my products per se. I have invested in, some shampoos and conditioners that have more of, like that deep conditioning kind of agent in it. Like I use a lot of Aussie products, even though that's not like anything high end, that's like drugstore quality, but I use that because I find that it does moisturize my hair a lot, and I do deep condition. So I feel like that's the one thing that has been saving me from a lot of like potential risk for heat damage to my natural curl pattern. But that's the only thing I probably changed about my products. Everything else has been the same because I still do curly styles. And then getting on the topic of styles, like I said, to achieve the curls when it is in a stretched out state after I blow dried it, I most likely am going to do a flexi rod set. So I'll probably do a braiding curl with some perm rods. I don't use sponge rollers. I used to, like back when I used to air dry my hair, but I haven't used sponge rollers in a while, so that's probably a change. But that's all I do, and I still can achieve a puff like what my hair is right now. I can still do a half up, half down. My hair still looks full, like natural wood, but it's just more elongated. So maintenance, how I maintain heat train hair. I don't really do anything super extra to maintain it because I'm not wearing it straight, so I don't really care if it gets wet. I don't really care if I use products that have like water in it, because I am just looking for a more stretched out look and just having a better experience with like detangling and saving time. Most of this is about just saving time because, like I said, I love my type 4 texture the way it naturally is. I was rocking it for so long, for all these years. I love it, and I feel like this heat training is just a better alternative than me texturizing my hair or relaxing my hair, because y'all, I have been so tempted. Every time I go into the beauty supply store, I look at that relaxer and be like, and not because I hate my hair, I love my hair, it's just that it's so time consuming. Like, I really did get tired of like every wash day I'm having to like really sacrifice a whole day for it. Like, most of the day I'm just gonna be like contemplating whether I should do it or not, and then like the other half of the day is when I actually really started. You can't stop, so you got to keep going with the process. I just got tired of sacrificing like 4 hours. I would tell people, they'd be like, oh, how long it takes you to wash your hair? I say 4 hours, and nobody believes me, but it really does. It takes 4 hours before I started heat training, because detangling was just a nightmare. But that's just for me. That's just for me. Like, I loved it, but I just wanted to try something different, and this has been really working. My hair has been flourishing. I've been able to keep track of trims. I'm noticing some growth. I mean, it's kind of still the same that it was, but I'm noticing like a lot of differences that's positive. So I'm fine with this. I really do love this. From maintenance, we got curl pattern and type. I told y'all type 4. I only say type 4 instead of 4C. Like, I used to just classify myself as 4C because like I feel like I have most 4C curls. If y'all watch like my videos on my wash days and stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about, because like obviously this is not giving 4C, but if you see like how my texture is without it being stretched out, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I feel like I have 4A and 4B curls too, so I have a mixture of curl patterns, so that's why I just say type 4. I haven't noticed any changes in that at all. I don't have any kind of visible heat damage. Now, I know my hair eventually will catch up to that the more I use the heat, but I feel like there are safe ways to use heat. Like, I'm not opposed to heat anymore. I'm not scared of it anymore because I've been doing this for 3 months and I haven't noticed any kind of issues. So we're good on that when it comes down to my curl pattern and curl type. Heat protectant. Heat protectant is a must. I use heat protectant every single time because I'm not trying to like actively fry my hair and just take all the texture out of it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make the process a lot easier. So I use heat protectant. I use like cream-based heat protectant and oil-based kind of like mist heat protectant as well. Now, I ran out of cream-based heat protectant, but I do prefer that over like the polish kind of spray. I use the Silk Elements cream-based heat protectant. I just feel like it helps as a detangling agent. Like, when I'm using my blow dryer brush, it kind of has that slickness to it that seems like it's still moisturizing my hair, as opposed to the actual hair polish one. It still gives you that shine, but it doesn't give that moisture, if that makes sense. But it still works. It's still A1. I haven't noticed any kind of heat damage. I feel like that's also a thing, especially combined with the deep conditioning, that's saving my hair from that damage. And also, if we want to get back into like being more cautious with trying to protect you from damage, using products like Olaplex. I know there's been like some things surrounding Olaplex. I never personally use Olaplex, but I know people that do use it. It has like repaired their hair, well, not repaired, but protect their hair when they're heat training. think it's Redken or Refkin. I don't really know. I don't use these. I'm a like drugstore, dollar store product girl. I just deep condition a lot. But if that's something that you want to dabble in with giving more professional hair care, like Chi and all those things do work too. I've seen those work for other people. And then getting back into it, because I know like a lot of people are still scared to use heat based on like how heat has been viewed negatively in the natural hair community, because I was one of those people that was like super afraid to use heat. But then after a while of using it, I'm kind of in the point that like I don't say I don't care about heat damage, because I do. Like, obviously I don't want my hair to be damaged, but if I do get heat damage, it's not the end of the world. Like, I know how to kind of blend the textures, because when I started going natural, I didn't do like a traditional big chop, like getting the whole like shaving my head and going through like the TWA style and then growing it completely out. I had a relaxer in my days prior, so I did the whole transition thing, let my hair grow out and cut off the ends gradually as I went. But I feel like I've mastered that whole thing of trying to hide those relaxed ends. So if that was the case, if that happened, that I had like straight ends from heat damage, I feel like I will still manage it with the style, because like this is what I asked for. Like, I'm doing this, it's going to happen. Hopefully not, but if it does, I feel like I will be able to adjust to it happening, and then whenever I want to start over, I can just cut it off. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people that say like, oh, like it's just hair, it grows back, because a lot of people like struggle with hair growth, and like the older that you get, it's not going to be like the same. Like, I'm not going to have hair like I did back when I was 15. Now, like, I've noticed a lot of drastic changes in my hair when it comes down to growth and how fast it grows. So I'm not gonna be one of those people to say like, oh, it's just hair, it'll grow back, because you know, people's situations are different, especially based on like genetics and medical reasons and stuff like that, health. So I'm not gonna be that person. But when it comes down to like heat damage, I myself I'm not really scared of it anymore. But like I said, I've been going strong for 3 months and not noticing it. So heat is not as bad as I thought it was. So there's that. So what I do plan to do, like with my hair in the future, I'm still going to give this a shot. Like, the journey doesn't end here. It's just a 3-month update. I do want to see how my hair will look in a year. So I am just going to continue to do this. I'm also in the process of doing more of the overhead dryer kind of looks, instead of like blowing it out, pressing it out, and then like going back and doing the curl style, because I feel like the overhead dryer will save a lot more time. I'm all about just saving time. So I am going to try those looks a little bit more with like roller sets and things like that, just to experience new things. Like, this is all about new things. I've done the whole traditional way for years and I loved it, but like this is just a mix up. I just want to see what method works best for my hair, and right now this heat treating method is doing its thing. So I do know like hairstyles aren't really different for me at all. Like doing puffs, doing buns, doing half up, half of down styles and things like that. I still do the same styles that I do when I had my fro. That wasn't getting any kind of heat at all. I still can do the same hairstyles. I do know a lot of people struggle though with doing their natural hair in general. So I do want to just give myself a shout out and give y'all just a little thing to go look at my shorts, because my shorts have a lot of hairstyles that can fit all lengths. So if you're struggling trying to find natural hairstyles, because it can be hard, especially when you protective style a lot, because I got like that with my hair as well when I was wearing braids and wigs a lot, that when I did, you know, go back to doing my natural hair, I just kept wanting to hide it, because I was like, I just don't know what to do with it. I've never been the type to know how to do my own hair. I always had my mama do my hair or my sister do my hair. Like, somebody was always, you know, doing my own hair. Doing my hair. So I struggled with doing my own hair. So I wanted to just talk to y'all about that. If y'all struggling with some natural hairstyles, go check my shorts out. And also, the last thing that I have on this list is texturism. I don't do this because I hate my type 4 texture. I don't do this because like I want 3C. I can care less about getting a different hair texture. It's just all about manageability. So whatever works for you, just do whatever works for you. Don't let anybody like put things on you that's not on you, if y'all know what I mean. Because a lot of people would like to say, oh, like this texturism or self-hatred, or you are bleep washing just because you're doing your hair differently, or because you're heat styling, or you want a more straighter look, or you want a more stretched out look. Just because like you're not wearing your natural curl pattern doesn't mean anything like that. So don't let people put texturism on you. It's the same thing even if you're not natural. Like even if you went and did the relaxer, don't let them do that to you. Or even if you just like to wear wigs because you just like to have different styles, don't let people tell you that like you're turning your back on your people, or you're just washed because you want to wear your hair different. Like we got to escape that, and we got to stop tearing each other down when it comes down to this, because at the end of the day, you got to wear the hair on your head. Like you got to feel confident in your own skin. You got to do what works for you. So I did try to condense that all in a little bit, like in a video. So that's all I did have on the list. If you have any more questions or just want to know any other things, you can leave a comment down below. Or if you're just struggling to see if heat training is right for you, you can also comment any concerns you may have. Now, I am not a cosmetologist, so whatever you do first, if you feel like you can't do this yourself, or you're not comfortable or confident, go see a professional. It also depends on the area that you stay, because I know the area that I stay, we don't really have a lot of natural hair specialists out here at all, or anybody that specializes in hair care, especially when it comes down to like heat training. Only thing we got is like the Dominican salons when it comes down to that, and I know it's a lot of big things. Oh, excuse me, a lot of big things and things about Dominican salons. A lot of negativity surrounds Dominican salons, especially after a lot of people claim that relaxers was snuck in and things like that. So like it does depend on your area when it comes down to like finding a trusted stylist. So just do your own research, do everything that you need to do till you feel comfortable. I'm not pushing anything on anybody, but I'm just explaining everything that I do, just giving an update. So I do want to end this video right here, but I thank you all for tuning in, and I will see y'all all in the next one. I think I am going to start doing this kind of every 2 weeks, like after my wash days, or like when I'm about to do another wash day, just so y'all can stay updated, because a lot of things still come to my mind. I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell them. So stay tuned though, but I will see y'all all in the next one. Bye.